it's entirely possible that people could have found a way to access things that exist in our reality, but like they don't know how they did it. Or it's like we have a lot of invisible forces in the world. It's like until you learned what a magnet was, if you found a material that was particularly magnetic and you found yourself being able to like move pieces of iron around and stuff like that, it looks like magic. It's an invisible force. You can put your hand in the way and it doesn't hurt you. And it's like, well, I mean, besides, depending on how strong it is, whatever the iron is, it can smash your finger, I'm sure. But like it's invisible forces that exist around you everywhere. And who's to say that there isn't a way to access a force that you can't see? Which is why I can't contest anybody who makes a claim of God, for example, because it's like, I mean, okay, I might not get it, but what am I gonna tell you? No, it's not. How would I know? How would I know? I don't. It really could be. It could be anything. It's fine. I just don't know. I think that lack of certainty is fascinating, and I think that it's the basis for so much of human culture. And I like how they portrayed it in the OA. So it's good. OA has the Quickshots at Stush recommendation. Go ahead. Watch it. I hope you like it. Some of the acting is a bit weird. So, no one is here yet. So I would also like to talk about a series of unfortunate events, which I also watched recently with the Bay. I also liked the series of unfortunate events a lot. I liked it a lot, certainly for different reasons. One of the most interesting things to me is that this series achieves such a great balance with the book in terms of being for children, but also involving really violent concepts. When I only read one of the books. I don't even know how I got my hands on it. I think my mom saw it and bought it for me, which is really weird because like she's very particular about like demonic things. I live in Jamaica, so you know, Christianity tends to manifest in Jamaica with people being very superstitious about certain things. If it's too alternative or too dark, generally it's perceived to be demonic. So the book that I got to read was The Reptile Room, which is like I think it has like a few snakes and stuff on the cover. And I mean, I don't mind. I think it's metal, but I was just under the impression that my mom probably wouldn't have liked me reading something like that, but I don't know, because I read it and I remember loving it. But that was the one, like in the first one, the Baudelaire's mansion gets burnt down, but you don't like, your parents have perished in a terrible fire, but they haven't like, you don't get to see a corpse or anything. Maybe you do. Maybe that's what this series changed. I don't know. But in the Reptile Room, there's definitely a corpse in that book. Like, they definitely describe a corpse in that book. They definitely describe the sensation of coming and seeing the once alive Uncle Monty dead with snake bites on his face. So that's, I don't know. Like, it's definitely a kid's book. Like, the books are definitely kids' books. And the series is definitely, it's definitely a kid's series. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief. There's a lot of magical realism, and also, which I noticed while I was watching it with my girlfriend, it is very not theatrical. I'm not sure if that's the right adjective. Maybe it is, but it's theater-esque. Like, there are certain things about how the characters deliver their lines. There are certain things about their physicality, about the transfer from book dialogue to like speak like audible dialogue on a TV show, like the way that the manifest comes across like a play. It's very much like a play, ironically enough, considering that, or is that ironically, appropriately enough, considering that Olaf's whole thing is the theater. The theater. Olaf, he's so handsome. The theater. It's great. The question comes to mind: can Neil Patrick Harris do anything wrong? Because this, I don't know. Like I didn't know how to. I didn't know what to do. I was like, Neil Patrick Harris, but it works a lot. He's despicable. He's, oh my gosh. NPH as Olaf is the worst. He's the worst. He's complete trash. He only knows how to be horrible at all times. I remember I was weirded out by the fact that, like, I saw somebody on Tumblr saying that the adults in this series are not dumb. Like, if the criticism is that the adults are dumb, then you're wrong. They're not dumb. What they are is willfully ignorant, which is completely true. But also, the adults are dumb. It's not, it's like, yeah, and like the problems in the series come from the willful ignorance of the adults. The problems in the series come from them deciding to not pay attention to the kids and what the kids are saying, from them assuming that they know more than what the kids know, which is generally not necessarily true, and also additionally completely false with regards to this series. None of the adults, like, maybe sometimes the adults would have information that the kids don't have, but for the most part the adults are like, oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, we know what, you know, we know what you're talking about. You guys, we're the adults, we'll handle it, it's fine. But the adults are also really dumb, and I think it's great. That's definitely a part of that theater aspect where you have to be like, because they'll, like, Olaf will trip up so many times when he's pretending to be somebody, and then they just go, what? And he goes, nothing. And then they're like, oh, okay. And it's just fine afterwards. That's not willful ignorance. They're just stupid. All the adults are dumb. And normally I wouldn't, normally I wouldn't like that kind of thing because I don't like the trend. I don't like the trend where the parents are stupid in sitcoms or in cartoons. Mind you, it tends to not be the parents, it tends to be the dad. Like, the mom is more or less fine, but the dad is like, in Dexter's lab, neither of his parents were stupid, but they were willfully ignorant. I didn't see examples of them being necessarily stupid, but they were definitely willfully. They were definitely like, I mean, my little son, he's like, what, 8? And my brain is supposed to expect that he created this incredible technology. No, he didn't. What the hell? We probably bought this somewhere. I don't know. What are you saying to me? So they were willfully ignorant, but I don't think they were dumb. But then, for example, Danny Phantom, both of the parents are super geniuses, but gosh, and I don't remember his name. Jack Fenton? Is it Jack? Is that the dad? But the dad is really stupid in every way except for scientific prowess in the field of ghost studies, and even then he's not necessarily that good at that either. I don't usually like that as a trope, but I think because in this universe adults are just dumb, and even then it's not all of them, because what I assume to be, I'm not sure, what I assume are the members of the volunteer fire brigade, I'm assuming that those guys are smart because they've seemed to be more or less smart from what I've seen so far. And like the whole passing around messages coded into movies, and the whole fake movies thing's a little weird. Like, you couldn't find a way to slip them into like real movies. I don't know. But it's, I don't know. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like all the characters are intact. I also like the performances of the kids. More specifically, they have this like this Pennsylvania Dutch accent. Like, I don't know where the accent comes from. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Like, I like the way that the kids talk, and it's definitely both of them. But the actors aren't related, so I don't know if they just trained up to get those accents or what, but I like the way that they speak. Poe's coughing isn't funny after a while, but it isn't grating for me. Sunny is my favorite because she's just a baby. You'll see somebody will put down Sunny in somewhere completely unsafe, and then the next time you see her, she'll just be crawling off in the direction of the plot, and she's like chewing off the ropes off of the guy, and like the lady just walks over and just picks up, because she's just a baby, so it's like she's there like eating off the ropes, and then the lady's just like, you won't be doing any of that, and just lifts her up because she weighs like, I don't know, like a pound. Like, I don't even know. She weighs nothing. They just pick her up and walk away with her. Like, what do you? I'm holding you now. What are you gonna do? What are you actually going to do? We've seen at this point that you're capable of playing poker while tied up, and you're really good at it. So, I don't know. And with that, no one's here yet, but I don't have anything left to say. So I think I'm gonna bring this episode to a close. Thanks for tuning in. If I watch any new things, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm probably going to start talking about Marvel movies after I watch them. I'd like to be able to, because those are fun. Catch you guys later.